Hello, my name is Helmut Zarbl. I'm the director of the Environmental Occupational Health Sciences Institute at Rutgers. And I'm here today to tell you about what is environmental occupational health and why it is something that you should be interested in. So when we think of diseases, we often think of diseases like cancer and we think about cures. What many people don't realize is that almost every disease is caused, at least in part, by the environment. By the environment, we are talking about things that we are exposed to every day. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. We are exposed to a myriad of chemicals through these different exposure metrics. And what we do at Environmental Occupational Health Sciences is to try and understand what are these factors that we're exposed to, how risky are they, how do they contribute to disease, and more importantly, how do we mitigate the exposures and actually reduce the incidence of chronic human diseases. There are many diseases that have an environmental base: diabetes, autism, infertility, et cetera, et cetera. There are many, many diseases that we don't typically think of as being caused by the environment. So that is our main mission. We study exposures. So we have an exposure science division where we actually measure chemicals that are in the environment, determine how hazardous they are, and then try to figure out how to reduce exposures. So the Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences Institute has been here for about 30 years. We work both locally with state and internationally. We have programs where we work closely with the state. We have programs in Thailand and many other countries around the world. We also respond to local disasters. So many of you may not know that, for example, we were on the scene for the 9/11 disaster at the World Trade. We respond to all major hurricanes, not only locally, but across the nation. And so we are also a disaster response team. We work with the first responders on the ground. We do a lot of training. So we train environmental and occupational residents who become doctors who work as experts in this field. We also have major training programs for students, including both our graduate students, our postdoctoral trainees, but we also have programs where we train undergraduate students and even high school students. We are now a signature program. Environmental health is a signature program within the university. We have been allotted new resources and new opportunities to now reestablish ourselves as one of the premier environmental occupational health sciences institute in the world. And so this is we are at a point in our development where any contributions that are made will have a major impact. So what are our biggest needs? So again, we are hoping to rebuild our faculty. We've lost a large number of faculty over the last few years. So developing and bringing in new young faculty that have the latest technologies and develop the best science. So that's a major priority. The EOHSI also has an outstanding number of core facilities. However, they also require updating because they have been aging, and we want to remain at the cutting edge so we can provide the best science available. As I said, our impact is not just within the university. We work with government agencies. We also do a lot of work directly with communities, especially environmental justice communities. So the things that we do have a major impact on children's health. So for example, we have a major initiative in the greater Newark area where we have worked with citizens. We have trained citizens to become scientists and help us do measurements of air pollution. And that actually culminated in having the government pass an ordinance to reduce trucks going past elementary schools where asthma rates are very high. So the impact is not only locally, it's tangible, and it can be international. Our long-term goal is to improve the health of the world. As I said at the beginning, environmental health is not an area that typically gets a lot of interest because a lot of people don't understand what it is that we do. And so I think if you'd like to learn more about what we do and how we do it and how impactful your gifts could be, we'd be happy to do that.